What's going on, guys? NealGuides here. Welcome back to another video. Now in today's video we're going to go over the featured 5 bonanza, or featured 5 bonanza, I'd like to say. That means all the strikers, all the wingers, all going to have a 5-star weak foot and 5-star skills to improve your chances in front of goal statistically, to help you get that elite for the first time during team in season. And they're going to have a good agility and balance. It's really key now to have good agility and balance and good finishing, especially in bad gameplay. Just before I start this video, I just want to say I do stream on twitch.tv/NealGuides. So my link will be in the description down below and in the comment section down below pinned. That's twitch.tv/NealGuides. I do stream FIFA as well, and I have the eye tracker as well, so come and say hello. But anyway, going straight into the video. Now the reason I wanted to make this team is, in all honesty, I'm having difficulty with my connection. My internet is really poor, and don't just say, oh, just get a better internet. It's not like that. I have players like Neymar in my team. They're very good, but in delay, they don't feel as good as they should. So I've been relying on skilled moves recently. So I thought, you know what, inspire me. Let's make a full 5-star skill move team, which everyone can use, because some people like to have only 5-star skills or just 5-star weak foot. So why not have the best of both worlds? Naturally, we start with Neymar. Now, we're going to keep this under 3 million. By the time this comes out on Thursday, it will be 3 million. In Goalkeeper, we've gone with ter Stegen. If you want to reduce the budget down a bit more, you can go with ter Stegen. But just because some of you guys are going to have the budget, we're going to go with this. I'll be honest, ter Stegen is the best goalkeeper in the game. There's no question asked. The save with feet trait, just his stats alone, make him probably one of the best goalkeepers in the game, period. Even his gold card is probably better than most team of the seasons. I guarantee you ter Stegen's gold card is better than his it's better than like team of the season Oblak, Handanovic, or whoever got team of the season in Syria, and even Alisson. So 2 centre backs. Now I'll be honest, I would probably go with I'll be honest, this is gonna be rare from me. I'm going with PK, and I'll be honest, I wouldn't use PK. I'd probably use someone the likes of Carvajal. But just to keep some people happy, we're going to use PK. At the end, I'll go through what I would do specifically for myself and what I would change. We've gone with PK. I'll be honest, he's actually a pretty decent card. You know, with his shadow, he looks like a very good card. I'll be honest, I don't really like his agility and balance too much, but he's got the sprints behind, he's got the physical stats as well. So many of you guys will like him. Next time, we're going to go with Eder Militao. I'll be honest, if you want to keep the budget down, you can do the SBC cards for 400k or the flashback if you have him. But we're just going to go with the card that costs under 200k for PS4. Because I'll be honest, you might not like him too much. So there's no point doing an SPC, and you might find a better player in League One. You never know. That's why I'm going with Militao. Now, the question is, who else do you get that's good 5-star? So I wanted to fit another player, and that is Douglas Costa. Douglas Costa also has a 5-star. He's an exceptionally good card, a very underrated card, but we're going to use him on a wing. He hasn't got the best of finishing, naturally speaking. I would like to put a sniper on him just to improve that finishing. He's going to be on 7 chemistry as well. But since we're going to play him on a wing, it shouldn't matter too much. But he's got the stats, and of course he's got the 5-star, and he is left-footed. I do prefer a left-footed 5-star, because sometimes some players have the outside of foot shot trait. Douglas Costa does not, but some players do have that, and they kind of force it on their wrong foot sometimes. So Douglas Costa. Now, the person I really wanted on one of my other strikers was Saint Maximin. Now, Saint Maximin, I would have honestly put him in this team, but he's just too expensive. But if you have the money, put Saint Maximin in. So I've gone with Dembele now. In all honesty, Road to the Final Dembele is still a very good card. People overlook him just because he's pretty cheap. But with a sniper, I think he's a very good card. You need a sniper, I think, just to improve the reactions and improve the composure. And ideally, you want him on maximum chemistry. So that's why I've gone with him. The stamina is a bit of an issue, 75 stamina. But I don't think it's too much of a big deal. And there isn't really many cards apart from Saint Maximin that cost 500k. It's got a 5-star. Unless you want to dive well, I suppose you could say Cruyff and so on a 5-star, and name a headliner, but that'll be out the range. You want to keep this to 3 mil, which I think most people can afford. Now we're going to go over to the back line. Now, to kind of make the back line up, we're going with Lodi, should I say. Now, Lodi gives the perfect Brazilian links between Costa and Militao. I think he's still a very good card. The key is, the reason why I like this card a lot is because he's left-footed. In my opinion, left foot is extremely important, because when you do get the ball down the wing, you ideally want to use the left foot to make a driven pass down the line. He's got the good agility and balance. I'd probably go with anchor. I mean, I'd probably go with shadow deep down myself, but I think an anchor for most of you guys would be just fine. But I would personally go with shadow just to max out the pace, because most wingers now have 99 sprint speed, and plus, in my opinion, the most important thing is you want the left foot so you can do the driven passes down the wing. I'm trying to make this universal as well, so you can play any formation. Now, then we're going to have to link this together. So we're going to go with Semedo. This gold Semedo As I said, I used him when the game came out in centre back. This gold card is probably one of the best right backs in the game. I'm not even joking. He's incredible. I don't think you can get away with Sentinel anymore. You have to use Anchor, just for the simple fact the pace is really important. Before, people use Sentinel, but I think now you got to use Anchor because people have got good sprint speed, so it's best to max it out. 4-star, 3-star, good agility and balance. A very, very good card. No one headers the ball. No one crosses the ball anyways. Heading doesn't make a difference. I'll be honest. This is one of the most underrated players in the game. I used him in centre back. This guy got me easily, helped me got elite easily every week in and week out. He's a cheap team, a cheap 10k and 15k team and 30k team, so he's definitely gone in. Now, the player, what player makes the team a bit more expensive budget-wise is De Jong. You can remove him if you want, but in my opinion, is one of the best centre mid CDMs in the game. I'll be honest, there's two things you can use. You can use an engine chemistry style, or you can use a shadow. It's completely up to you, in all honesty. It's going to be the more attacking variation, so I'll probably put him on engine. If you're going to put him on sit back, I'll probably put him on a shadow. But it's completely up to you. I just prefer engine because I can maneuver. You can also use hunter as well if you want him to go literally go forward. I would recommend the team of the season over the team of the year because he lacks the agility and balance of defending stats in general and also dribbling stats. So that is the reason why I've gone with De Jong. Now, naturally speaking, there's only one person that fills this void, and that is Di Maria. Now, I'll be honest, I was considering changing this around, but Di Maria, let's be honest, he's a decent card, and even though he's got not the best balance, I think on the wing he's not too bad. He'll be on 7 chemistry. You can put an engine on him if you really despise his balance. You can put an engine on him, and it does bring the balance to +6. But we've gone with a sniper on him because I think on the wing he's not that bad. And I'll be honest, he can still shoot. He's natural, good dribbling, and again 5-star, really, really important. So you've got him in the team, and that is the reason why I have him. I think he's one of the top cards in the game, especially for his price. For the price of only 500k, 400k, players like him, Douglas Costa, and Rotafan and Dembele. All 3 cards for 1.5 million, should I say? It's an absolute steal. And that's why players like St. Maximin, as I said, I wanted to originally put St. Maximin here, but he's 1.5 million. It's a lot of money. Obviously, I really like St. Maximin a bit better because he's naturally got the good shot power anyway. And when you put a sniper on him, he's just a bit of a joke because he's got the stamina, he's got the passing, he's got the finishing, and he's got the shot power, he's got the pace, and he's got the agility and balance, and he's got the composure. So he's one of the key players in the game. But just for this, we're going to go with Dembele to keep the cost down. If you want to go with St. Maximin, you can put Kanta here and you can switch this around, but I'll go over that in a second as well. Now, to link this all together, to give everyone chemistry, we've gone with, I think this, is it Dominguez? I think that's how you say his name. I think, do you know what? I was looking for a card to get chemistry. I was thinking about some other cards in LATAM, but this card looks really good. I looked at him and I thought, you know what, high work rates, 4-star weak foot. I think it's a really good card. Now, I know you're going to think 64 composure. What are you talking about? Well, in all honesty, composure is not that important for a CDM. People argue that it does affect tackling, and maybe to some extent it does, but so little. I've used cards with low stamina. Low composure. Composure is really mainly important, I would say, for shooting mainly. Rest of the stuff, like, he's still going to control the ball because the stats are good. He's not good. You can try him yourself because he's not the tallest of players. He's got the good agility bands anyway, so it kind of compensates for him. But 99 jumping, 99 stamina, 99 aggression, absolute beast. Good short pass, good long pass, and amazing defensive stats. Now, I'll be honest, there's 2 things you can use. You can use an engine on him if you want to improve the agility balance even more, if you want to compensate for the low composure per se. But I would go with a hunter or a shadow. I'd prefer a shadow just for the simple fact it gets his gets his interceptions up and his defensive awareness. But you can go with hunter if you would like to. That is one other option. But I'll be honest, I'd rather have De Jong going forward, and De Jong is a pretty decent card anyway. So he's high as well. So I think he fits in perfectly, and he's fairly cheap, 129k. So he fits in together in order to maintain chemistry. So everyone's going to have, or most people are going to have 10 chemistry. We're going to play Neymar on striker because I do believe Neymar is the best striker. We're going to add a manager. We're going to add Simeone as the manager. We're not going to be playing Park the Bus. Don't worry about that. But we're going to put Simeone as the manager. And then we're going to go with Syria just to give the 2 centre mids chemistry. And that is kind of the best. And you do get 100 chemistry as well. And that's the way I'll play it. In game, or so not in game, should I say? And you can use any formation. You can use a 4-2-3-1. I'd probably put. It's kind of debatable who I'd put in cam. I would probably put either. It's a debatable one. I'll probably put Di Maria. I'll be honest, just because he's got naturally got better finishing, and you could probably get away with maybe not the best agility and balance in midfield, and not the best stamina. Because I'll be honest, with the 5-star, you can obviously do skill moves as well. But his balance is not that bad. I mean, it's still very high, but it would be better if it was higher. But yeah, the most important thing is Neymar goes striker, because, you know, he's the best striker in the game. 5-star as well. Naturally got good composure with Deadeye. Is probably one of the best strikers in the game still to this day. I'm using him as striker right now. That's the way I'll line up. If you're going to play a 4-4-2, the exact same thing, except for I'd put probably Di Maria in striker with Neymar, and then I'll put and by the way, in case you're wondering, I was probably thinking of putting De Jong on balanced. Now I know De Jong is high medium, so he's more on the defensive side, but you can put him on get forward. But I think balance is just fine, to be honest. He goes a bit forward, not too much, I think. But if you want to join the attack, you can use get forward if you really want to. That's how I line up in a 4-4-2. If you're going to use the 4-1-2-1-2 second variation, this one's a bit debatable how I would do it. If you're going to use my 4-1-2-1-2, this is just my 4-1-2. I'd probably have to do something like this. So Dominguez, he drops between the defenders, and that's the way I would line it up. I'd probably put Costa in midfield, or like, something like that, maybe Costa midfield, just for the simple fact that he's got a bit better stamina than Dembele. But that's the way I line up in my 4-1-2-1-2 second variation. And don't forget, in my 4-1-2 second variation, he drops between defenders. If you're going to use a traditional 4-1-2-1-2, this should be fine. And now, going back to how I would do this team now, you guys know me, I do things in an unorthodox way. I prefer to play players, in all honesty, I prefer to play the best players in best chemistry and players off chemistry. You can put St. Maximin in, you can get Kante in. I mean, you could honestly reduce this whole budget by just getting someone like Kante in now. But I'll be honest, what I would recommend doing is I would recommend getting rid of Militao. And I was thinking of getting, well, this is the first thing, changing to a 4-3-3. And then getting, I think it's Berchiche, I think that's how you say his name. And then I was thinking of getting high-rated Semedo there. Who I would have gone with here is kind of debatable. You kind of want maximum chemistry as well. So there isn't really, I mean, if you look at, there isn't that much. Regulon is one good card though that I'll get, because he gives the not the hyperlink, but he gives the green link to the other centre back as well. So both Pachicha and Regulon, if you change this to La Liga, these guys will get 7 chemistry if you really want them to. That's what I would personally go with, just because they're faster. You know, fullbacks and centre back, you know, there's no reason to use centre backs, I'll be honest. Agility and balance is the most important thing for a centre back. For me, when someone does a scoop 10, you want to be able to react. And work rates are not that important for a centre back because they always stay in line anyway. They got good stand tackling stats anyway, so that is the reason why I would go ahead with that. And that's the way I would play it. As I said, if you really do have the budget and you want to go beyond 3 million, it's around 2.4 million on Xbox. So I kind of averaged it out. If you really want to go up and beyond, what you can do is you can probably sell these. You can get someone like St. Maximin here. How you link it is a bit iffy. I'd probably go with just regular gold Kante, I'll be honest, and probably just stick him on 8 chemistry. And then what I'll do is I'll probably get someone. I think Semedo is fine on 8 chemistry, I'll be honest. But that's kind of what I would do. As I said, that's just personal preference, because Kante is still a very good card, even his gold card on 8 chemistry at this stage of FIFA. And I think to give St. Maximin the boost, and then in a 4-2-3-1, if this was me, in a 4-2-3-1, I'll play it like this. I'll put St. Maximin at cam, Neymar striker, and that's the exact way I'll do it. And I'll put Dominguez on balanced because he's got high work rates, and Kante on stay back. And that's the way I'll do it in game. But yeah, that is kind of my 3 million coin team. 5-star, weak foots everywhere, 5-star skill moves. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'm probably going to make this team actually next week. I might give it a go next week as well, because it does seem pretty fun. I did sell Eusebio, man. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next one. Let me know how this team goes. I promise you this will be a good team. And let me know what suggestions you want. I know some of you guys have a budget only of 500k, so I might go a bit lower now, because I know many of you are saying, hey Neil, I only got 500k. What are you doing? Making a 3 million coin squad? So don't worry, I'll change that up. But anyway, guys, we have a wonderful weekend league. Fingers crossed the servers are not as delayed this weekend league. And have the good rest of your day. Peace out, boys.